guys, it's Melanie, and today I have a hot or not video for you on the new Rimmel Wonder Lash Mascara. So I picked this up at my local Fred Meyer for, I want to say it was like $7.99. I've been using this for about a week now, and this is a hot for me. Let's just get that part out of the way. I do really enjoy this mascara to the point where I would say that this is one of my top drugstore mascaras ever. So it is now in that category. And for me, like my favorite, just to give you a sense, my favorite drugstore mascaras are the CoverGirl Lash Blast and the Clump Crusher. So I sort of look for other drugstore mascaras to be as good as either of those two. So if you like either of those two mascaras, you may really like the Wonder Lash from Rimmel. In the past, I've never really cared for any of the other Rimmel mascaras, so I was a little bit hesitant to try it, but I saw that this is formulated with argan oil. Who doesn't love the argan oil, right? I use quite a bit of it on my face, in my hair, on my body. Formulas that have argan oil in them tend to work really well with my skin and my hair, so I figured why not try it for my lashes, right? So this is what the tube looks like here. It sort of has almost like a twisted design. When you close it, you know that it's really tightly closed because it sort of snaps back into place. It's kind of a nice like rose gold copper color. So packaging wise, I think they did a really good job with it. So let me just give you the claims of this mascara, and then we'll sort of get into what my experience was. So this promises 0 clumps. That's like the big claim on the back here. So on the front it says clump free volume and definition. So formula with argan oil smoothens lashes. I didn't even know that smoothens was a word, but apparently it is. With 0 clump free feather light volume, lashes feel conditioned, soft, and flexible. The smooth operator brush with ultra soft bristles hugs the lashes, defining them from root to tip. The result, all lashes revealed with full, perfectly smooth, clump-free volume. All right, so let's take a look at the brush. So this is a plastic bristle brush. The formula is pretty wet to start with. That is normally not my favorite type of formula. The formulas that I prefer are a little bit drier to start with. So I think that this will get even better with time. One thing I will say about this plastic bristle brush is that it is very gentle. I feel like the little bristles aren't quite as stiff as some of the plastic bristle brushes are that I've tried. This doesn't hurt my lash line when I'm really working it into the roots and then wiggling it up. So that's a good thing for me. Like I said, the formula is a little bit wetter, and so for those of you that sometimes have some transfer issues, that could be a little bit of an issue for you with this mascara, because the formula is just, it's very creamy. And you know, sometimes when I was applying it over the course of the last week, I would sometimes just get a little bit of smudging, like right here on like my brow bone area. That was really easy for me to just wipe off with a Q-tip, so it wasn't a huge deal for me. But if that's something that you regularly struggle with, you may find that a little bit frustrating about this mascara. By the way, the color that I have here is Extreme Black. As far as the claims of the 0 clumps, absolutely, there are no clumps with this formula. It is a very buildable mascara formula. So I will put one coat on, I will go to the other eye, put a coat on, and then I will come back to this eye and put a second coat on. It's not one of those where you can put on a coat, wait like a second, and then re-dip and add another one. You really almost want the formula to dry a little bit in order to build the volume with this mascara, because again, it is that wetter formula to start with. I have a feeling after another week or so, the formula will dry out a little bit more, and I can probably just put on the first coat, re-dip, put on the second coat. But as of right now, the formula needs to dry out a little bit more before I can do that. The brush is a little bit too large for me to be able to use it easily on my lower lash line, so I have still been using my clump crusher, which you can see that the bristles on this aren't quite as long, and it's got the curved wand, so it just works perfectly for my lower lash line. When I was using this on my lower lashes, I would get a little bit of smudging because the bristles, again, you can see they're a little bit longer. And one thing that I would have liked to have seen on this is that, so the end here is smooth. You can see there are no bristles on the very tip of the brush there. It's just smooth, like silicone-y plastic. I wish that they would have just done like the bristles at the end. I feel like that would have been helpful for people who like to go in and sort of define like their inner lashes, or maybe that would help with like doing the bottom lashes a little bit more. So that's a little bit of like a flub. I guess they could have done something different there. But overall, I do have to say that this is one of my new Holy Grail drugstore mascaras. I will continue to repurchase this as long as they have it around. My lashes are not stiff. There are no clumps when I'm done applying. I do still run a lash comb through just to separate my lashes a little bit further. But as I'm applying the mascara, the brush definitely takes care of a lot of that separation. I'm just crazy anal retentive. An average person would probably be like, wow, my lashes are really separated and nice. So that's really fantastic. Taking it off is a breeze. I use Philosophy Purity to take off all of my eye makeup. All I do is just rub like a dime-sized amount of that onto my eyes. It dissolves instantly. Throughout the day, I don't find that once the mascara dries, like I don't find any like transferring or anything like that. It's not like the formula is so creamy that it never really truly sets. Like it definitely sets, but my lashes still feel really soft, very supple. They just feel nice. Like I like not having stiff lashes. I'm very particular about my mascara. That is the one thing that I really take my time on each day. You know, I want my lashes to look voluminous, separated. I don't really care much about length. I know that some people do. I feel like you can definitely build up a little bit of length with this because the formula is a little bit thinner, and that allows for building of length in your lashes. But I'm more of a volume girl. I do find this gives me a good amount of volume. It's not crazy volume, but it's great everyday volume, if that makes sense. I really don't have much bad to say about this mascara, short of the fact that it is a wetter formula to start with, and the end of the brush here could probably use some bristles. Other than that, this is fantastic. You can see how flexible this brush head is. It really just, like, it honestly like hugs your lash line very nicely, and the mascara just pulls through so cleanly. It just is a really great drugstore mascara. I would actually think that this, if someone like taped off the labels, like I don't think that I could tell that this is a drugstore mascara. It feels really, really nice. So if you are curious about it, I give it 2 thumbs up. I really, really like this, and I will absolutely be repurchasing it. Again, if you are someone who normally likes the Clump Crusher or the Lash Blast Volume, I think you're really going to like this formula. So there you have it. I think it is definitely hot. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.